What is going on, guys? Kind of in this video lesson real quick here. I want to go over a trade that I have currently right now on Snapchat. Um, Currently, we're hitting our first targets here, and we're probably going to get filled on some of these contracts. So I kind of just want to go over the kind of what got me into this trade, kind of the weekly setup that I was noticing. So, on first of all, the weekly on this is super bullish. It's awesome, right? So basically, we sold off pretty hard a few weeks ago. The whole NASDAQ kind of got hit hard. Can look at this on the daily chart. Here, we had some selling, but something interesting that I noticed on Snapchat was that, in here, as soon as we kind of hit these monthly price levels, buyers kind of stepped in and we kind of held this zone here, even as the whole market was selling off. So that was kind of my first clue to look for this on the long side. So we came down. I have these monthly levels kind of in here, and obviously price had a pretty good reaction off of these levels in here, right? So if we kind of look at this on kind of the past 10 days, this has just been trading sideways, right? Just trading sideways, and we're kind of looking for that move out, which we got. Unfortunately, I took this trade here thinking that this was the breakout. This was obviously kind of spilled over, so I took a small loss there last week, but we got right back in this as soon as we cleared some of these levels over here. That was kind of the trigger to go along on this. So, I basically structured this trade pretty well. Currently, it's about $2,000. I sold 2 contracts last week into the spike. Let's see, on Friday. This was 58 area was kind of my first target. But again, I structured this trade in a way so that I could basically scale out of the position as we trade from price target to price target. So I bought these last week. Still have 4 days left on this. So these will probably hit. Kind of just waiting for us to get those. I also bought 2 contracts that are 11 days out. So if you'll notice, these are pretty deep in the money, pretty good there. But basically, I've tiered the trade so that as we hit level to level, I got a price target here, targets here, and then targets up here as well. So as we trade into these zones, basically I can come in. You can kind of see over here, this is the trade dome. I had this set up with the contracts that I'm trading. Basically, as we hit target to target, I can scale out of this trade and basically maximize, right? So hopefully we can hit the opposite side of this range. I'd love to target 62.50. Maybe this weekly up here at 63.80. I'm probably going to take off the bulk of my position as we trade into 60 to 60.50, kind of this whole zone in here, this green one here. As we trade into this, I'm going to start scaling out of these guys here. So I currently have a sell order to get us out at about 510. As this trades into, again, I'm going to probably take off another. So maybe I'll put mark one at, 530. And then maybe I'll put, the last 3, maybe I'll put those at, 550. And that'll kind of scale us all out of the trade. So that's just kind of a short little update. I'll keep you guys updated on this trade video. Yeah, really a pretty good setup. The big kicker here, I think, is, the weekly. Again, this is a really strong weekly chart. I noticed as the market sold off, we kind of tested these, these kind of weekly levels in here. Price really, we really held, right? And again, it's important to, when trading directional options, you want to trade for the larger move out, right? You really don't want to get caught up in trying to put on positions through all this chop, just because the time decay and everything else is going to really, it's just going to chop you out of your position. It's really difficult, right? This isn't necessarily day trading. We're just trying to capture larger price moves in the market, right? It's not about picking tops, catching bottoms necessarily. when you're trading options, you want to put on a position to capture, a larger move, right? So it's important not to get caught up in, trying to trade these small moves in here, right? I mean, it's just kind of tough to navigate that. Your margin for error is a lot more difficult and unforgiving rather than coming in and trying to, trying to catch a larger move on this, if that makes sense. But again, you can kind of see like as we trade down here and it just trades sideways, it's like building up pressure basically, right? It's almost as if you're like shaking up like a Coke can or something, and eventually, the pressure gets taken out and you get a larger move. So that's kind of insight into this trade. I'll keep you guys updated. Again, as the big kind of lesson here is you want to structure your trades so that you can maximize profits if the trade works out. So you basically just take positions off, kind of peel off contracts as you trade into levels. So hopefully, again, to really send this thing for a home run, if these contracts, I have 11 days on these guys, if we could test 62, maybe even the high of the range at like 63, 80, 64s, that'd be great. I think that's totally within the realm of feasibility. So yeah, that's that. Real quick, I also have a position on Tesla, just a small trade on this one. Basically a feeler trade on this. I think we're kind of oversold, and I think we're in for kind of a move higher on this. So I picked up one contract. I don't think I'm up a whole lot yet. 185. I got just one contract at about $500. So the risk on this is small. If we can break out and clear kind of this fib, level here. We have a monthly level here. If we can kind of take this out, I think we could definitely test 620, maybe even 640. So that'd be a nice trade to put on as well. So keep you all updated. Thank you for watching, and let me know if you have any questions or anything you want me to go over. Otherwise, I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks.